after I get done talking to you, I'm going to show you a video of my daughter and I actually doing her math lesson today using the level 1 rod and staff. So we did a full lesson. You can really get a full picture and an idea of if this is going to work out for you or not. Hello, welcome back. My name is Andrea, and I am a homeschooling mom of 2, and we do the classical education approach. More specifically, I'm kind of starting to lean more towards Charlotte Mason, which is still classical if you ask me. So I have 2 kids. My daughter is in 1st grade. My son right now is in the 3rd grade. And this past year, I decided that I had used in the past like some bits and pieces of the Memoria Press curriculum, and I decided that for 1st and 3rd grade, I'm just going to go all out and purchase the box set and see what it's like. You know, I just wanted to see what it was all about, give it a try for this 1 year, and then from there, see what pieces I wanted to use in the future. So we have done the box set this year, and it's been good. It's been interesting. There are some things that I like and don't like about it. Nothing against Memoria Press. It has everything to do with me. So anyway, today I'm going to show you 1st grade math, and Memoria Press uses the rod and staff math curriculum. How they do it is a little strange, and I was a little unsure when we first got started because they start level 1 in kindergarten and do the first part of it. So then in 1st grade, they do the 2nd workbook of level 1, and then they move on to level 2 while still in the 1st grade, but they just do the first part of level 2 in the 1st grade. So I was a little unsure because I was kind of confused by that at first. For kindergarten, for both of my kids, I never really used an actual curriculum. I just started teaching them how to read, taught them about the numbers, you know, the basic addition, subtraction, things like that. But for kindergarten, I just kind of winged it. And then starting in 1st grade, I would start them on an actual curriculum. So I was a little unsure on starting halfway through their 1st grade curriculum. But what was good about that is that when you order through Memoria Press and you want to do the 1st grade curriculum, it comes with Math 1 practice sheets, and that included all of the practice sheets starting from the very beginning, lesson 1. So I just used those practice sheets to kind of get her up to speed on where she was needing to start with 1st grade Memoria Press math. And that was actually really good to do because it kind of got her used to how the rod and staff book worked. It got me used to it as well. So we did some of the practice sheets during the summer so that she would be ready to start 1st grade Memoria Press math. And when I say that they came with practice sheets, it's like they came with practice sheets. There are so many more practice sheets than you will ever need. So it was super easy to get her ready to where she needed to be. This is the teacher's guide. That's the other thing too, that if you order this through Memoria Press, I mean, the teacher guide starts with the very first lesson. So if there's something that you think that your child doesn't know so far, you can go back and just teach what they need to know to get caught up with where they start through the Memoria Press curriculum. I'm going to show you a video of my daughter and I actually doing her math lesson today using the level 1 rod and staff. I really enjoy and appreciate other people's videos when they actually walk through the curriculum, show me what it really looks like, and then I'll be able to order something with a lot more confidence. So anyway, I just thought that that's super helpful for me. Maybe it'll be helpful for you as well. In the teacher's guide book, every lesson has the materials that you're going to need, what you are going to do during class time, and it's really, the lessons are really not hard to figure out. Typically, I'll sit down with my daughter first before she does her workbook, and we'll go through and do the class time lesson. This was made for a classroom environment, so obviously you're not going to have everything that they talk about here, but it's really easy to just replicate whatever they're doing in the class on a whiteboard or a piece of paper or whatever. So what I really appreciate about it is that you don't need a lot of extra tools. Also, you don't even need to buy flashcards or anything like that because all of the manipulatives that they talk about are actually right here in the back that you could either just cut out Or if you don't want to do that, you can make copies of them and cut out your own. You know, all of the, you don't have to buy a number line. It's right here. When we're going over temperature, you can print this out and make your own thermometer for your wall. So truly everything that you would need for class time is just right in the back of the book. Class time is always first, and then after that, my daughter does her lesson that goes along with that class time. And the lessons for first grade are always just 2 pages that look a lot like this. So 1 page, 2nd page, and then that's it. When you turn the page, that would be for the next day. So I'll kind of show you where we started for first grade if you're ordering through Memoria Press. And just FYI, I think that it would be totally fine, like if you really just like rod and staff. If you're like me and you really didn't do much preparation and as far as math goes, like during the kindergarten years, maybe just did numbers and some simple things, you can totally order through rod and staff and just start with level 1 and just do this for first grade. Level 1, lesson 1, I mean, you're truly starting out with how to write numbers. So I totally get it why Memoria Press would do this in kindergarten, but Rod and Staff are assuming that you might be coming into first grade with no formal training in math at all. So they get you started right at the beginning with level 1. So you could either start here, you could fly through it, you could start with halfway through like what I did. But I mean, I will tell you that my daughter did need to do some preparation work to get up to where we started with Memoria Press, but it wasn't difficult since we had all of those practice sheets. So pretty much the majority of what we are working on in the first grade with this Rod and Staff math are all of the math facts, addition and subtraction up through 10, learning to tell time by the hour and the half hour, coins, their value, what else? Temperature, some simple measuring with a ruler. Those are the main things. Some mental math as well, story problems that are quite simple. But we actually have enjoyed this. It's been at just a fine pace for my daughter. It would be very simple to slow it down since there are so many practice sheets. If you need to work extra on something, they provide the materials in order to do that. So it's the beginning of February now, and we're probably 10 lessons away from finishing up with the level 1 book, and we will get started with level 2. So when you order through Memoria Press for first grade, and you just get everything that they recommend, it comes with the level 2 teacher's guide, which is for workbooks 1 and 2. But then the workbooks that you get for level 2 are just workbook 1 and practice sheets that go with workbook 1. Now, we have not started this one yet, but just something that I can see that is slightly different is that there's a little bit more workbook work. So this would be lesson 1 and that as well. So it looks like each lesson now has 4 pages instead of the 2 that were in level 1 workbook. And as I'm looking at the first part of workbook 1 for level 2, still focusing a lot on math facts. We're still reviewing time by the hour and half hour, working on place value, doing some more double-digit addition and subtraction, and focusing on place value with that. So it looks like it's going to be a real gradual, nothing too difficult. Everything is going at a really good pace. So it's really just ingraining those math facts in a variety of different ways so that you'll be super prepared for the second grade. So right now I'm going to show you a video of my daughter and I doing a full math lesson with her this morning. I have Paige with me and you're gonna do your lesson. And she has not done this lesson, so if she gets something wrong, that's okay. This is the teacher's book. And so it really just says everything here that you do with your child. It even is basically word for word. So there's really not a lot of prep work that you need to do. You can look at it and see if there's any materials that you need, but I pretty much just go through the book with Paige. We're going to review the subtraction family 10 that we started yesterday. But we're gonna do it starting with 10 minus 0 equals
10.
10 minus 1 equals
9.
Okay, 10. So think about this. 10 lepers were cleansed by Jesus. 9 went away without thanking Jesus. How many lepers were left to give thanks?
1.
1. Very good. So why don't you write all of the 10 family facts
So
just across the board. Now we're going to talk about place value. What is this number?
784.
Right. What is this place value? Tell me.
Ones.
Ones. What's this one?
Tens.
What's this one?
Hundreds.
Which place value has the most value?
Hundreds.
Yeah, so even if this is an 8 and this is a 7, the hundreds is the biggest, right? The most valuable. Good. Can you please circle the digit that's in the tens place? Put a line under it. Good. Okay, thank you. Can you count by 2s to 100, please?
100.
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 6, 8.
98. And then what?
100.
100. Good job. Can you please write the fraction? Oh, you're going to use that one for what it's showing. Good job. Very good. And last thing, can you please solve those for me? So do these first. What's 3 plus 4? Plus 3 more. What's that?
10.
10. Can you draw a straight line here? Okay, make your 10. Good. 5 plus 3. What's that?
8.
Plus 2 more.
10.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. Okay, good. Good job. Can you count by 25s to 100?
25, 50, 75, 100.
Good. Can you make the clock say 1 o'clock? Okay, so we have 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. What time will it be in 1 hour? Okay, can you make the clock say 8:30? 8:30, perfect, good job. Okay, so now you're gonna do your workbook, lesson 154. So fill in the 10 fact family up here.
Math equations.
Yep, solve this.
And do whatever we did.
Yep.
For
What do you think you're gonna circle on this row?
tens.
What about this one? Hundreds, good. What if it doesn't have a hundreds?
Then just don't do anything to it.
Okay, here you go. So here. And then it's just for first grade, which page is in right now in workbook 2. The lesson is this page and this page. I thought it would just be helpful for you to see what was included with Rod and Staff Math Level 1 or Memoria Press Math Grade 1, and just to help to see if that's going to work for you or not. It's a great price. It's really just structured around math facts, getting those ingrained in their heads, and I don't think that it takes too much time. Probably about 20 to 30 minutes working with my daughter before she does her workbook, reviewing flashcards or doing problems on the whiteboard, things like that. And then her workbook might take her an additional 10 or 15 minutes. At this age, it's, you just kind of have to work with them side by side to make sure that they're understanding the information. Let me know below if you are planning on using Rod and Staff, or if you have any other tips when it comes to using Rod and Staff for the parents who might check out this video and check out your comments.